Okay, I think we can begin.
Perfect,
Um,
Ido.
so hello everyone, and Radu, I believe you can go ahead.
Yeah, 2 seconds. I think you need to make me the host.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great. Hopefully everybody can see my screen. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah, participants can see. Perfect. First of all, thanks a lot for everyone for joining in. And I know it's the middle of the work week, so we do appreciate it, and we apologize for taking you from your work. We promise to make this presentation about you, to make it about how you can make more money with the Hotelmize solution, and less about WB, less about our companies, and focus on how you can leverage this no matter what business you have. Okay, and this will be the scope of the presentation. About me, I've been with wbe.travel for the past 15 years, so this is why I'm here, because I'm I'm the best person to represent WB in this case. My presentation will hold on for about 4 to 5 minutes, and then we will pass it along to our colleagues, to Marc and I. Okay. I will not read figures because it's not my style. This is just to let you know that even a company of our size, we could have built our own rebooking solution, but we said no. We have to go to the leaders of the marketplace, and we did a lot of research, and we saw that the AI that Hotelmize has is probably the best in the business from our research, and we wanted to give the best experience and the most safe experience to our customers. This is why we're here, and this is why we chose them. All of our figures, all of our customers, still we believe that Hotelmize and our customers will be better suited by working with the market leader. And this is why 6 out of the 10 OTAs are using Hotelmize, and more recently, a lot of the WB customers. This is a bit about us. We are headquartered in Bucharest. All of our developers are here. All of the testers, everything is here. And we also have a sales and marketing office in the States, in Las Vegas. The important part is here. I wanted to show you that literally every travel business can benefit from Hotelmize. We wrote down a couple of names. You can read them out. When we say I'll focus on the ones that are a bit more different, for example, a niche travel business. We just signed up a company from a gift solution background. Even if you are in LGBTQ travel, if you are in pet-friendly travel, if you are an elderly travel, or if you are any sort of company like a typical wholesaler or DMC, you are still doing bookings. So Hotelmize can help you leverage more profit from the same bookings that you're already doing. So there's no reason not to make a couple of tens of thousands of euro every year with literally not touching the current business, not touching the current bookings, and with very, very, very good profit margins. This is why we are here, to show you that any business can benefit from Hotelmize. And this is my last slide. Again, I told you we will be very concise because it's about how you can benefit from that. Obviously, we cherry picked. You will not make for a $60 booking in Thailand. You will not make $6,000 €6,000 worth of profit. So you need to have a large booking, so the profit margin works. But just for a couple of months of a partnership, we are super happy with the Hotelmize team and the way the integration is working. And at the end of my presentation, I want to focus on two key aspects. First of all, WBE allows you to have both net rates rebooked and commissionable rates. By net rates, we mean suppliers like Hotel-based, Destination of the World, Sun Hotels, the typical suspects, but also commissionable suppliers, which all of you know. And it took us a bit of development, but now we are live with the commissionable booking aspect as well. This is number one. Number two, that I'm super proud to discuss about, is the fact that Hotelmize is now becoming a supplier. This means that they are allowing you to get even more margin for your bookings by becoming a supplier. So you can choose to rebook with your own, let's call it with your own XMLs, but you can also rebook with the Hotelmize network or Hotelmize marketplace. And I'm very happy to announce, and Marc will describe more in detail, but from my side, I'm happy to announce that WB will be one of the first suppliers promoting WB DMC customers to become suppliers in the Hotelmize marketplace, which means that you will get access to cheaper rates, direct connectivity with hotel suppliers all across the world, and I think it's for everybody's business. It's more profit in it for you. You can pass it to Marc. Thanks a lot for everyone for joining in, and I see people coming up non-stop, so I'm super happy to see it.
Thank you, Radu, for giving the short presentation and introduction
My
about
pleasure.
Hotelmize. For those of you who don't familiar with Hotelmize, first of all, my name is Ido. I'm the Director of Partnerships for Hotelmize. I'm super glad to be here, and I thank you everyone for for attend this session at the middle of the day. I took a quick view of the list of participants, and I really like the fact that some of you are already familiar with Hotelmize. You are working with our features, and also you're keeping your interest by registering to this webinar today just to learn more about our current and future activity. For those of you who are new to Hotelmize, I welcome you all, and I'm happy that you chose to be here today. So Hotelmize is a travel tech fintech startup with a sole target to help all travel companies from all sizes and kinds to fulfill their true profit or revenue potential by adopting state-of-the-art technologies and optimization solutions that would extend your margins from your existing products traffic. Our solutions are fully automated and handled with cooperation on your side with full flexibility and transparency. So we always get to keep your interest, your business interest in line. Hotelmize is a constant growing company, both in clientele and also tech partnerships that we have, just like the ones that we have with wbe.travel. This ability is to help to reach more clients abroad and also to give companies like WBE the ability to provide more added value to their clients. Today, Hotelmize is serving more than 100 companies around the world from more than 35 different countries, and also have more than 15 technology providers and more that are signed and are queuing in to integrate with us. Although the main focus of the beginning of Hotelmize was hotel bookings, now we are expanding our businesses and look forward to provide also solutions that are not specifically hotel related, but to the entire travel products that your companies might have. The key benefit of partnering with tech providers, just like WBE, is that clients can onboard with our solution with ease because no developments are required from the client's end. Everything is already being implemented on the WBE side, so you can onboard in a click of a button. WBE, I must say, has shown a very good will to partner with us and to adopt our solutions throughout the years. So the main solution we'll talk about today is fully implemented already, so you can onboard with us right away. Some of the clients of WBE are here with us today and are showing great satisfaction from our service and performance. And not only the WBE clients are enjoying their initial booking engine and the other services that WBE might offer, now they can unlock new hidden profits with zero investments due to our company's business model, which we will of course talk about today as well. To elaborate on the current and future solutions that we have, I would like to introduce with you Marc Truyols. Marc is our Hotelmize EMEA Senior Sales Director and has a very long relationship with WBE. I would like to mention that at the end of this session, we will have a Q&A part where you can ask all of your questions and show any concerns or comments that you would like to share. Please write it down aside and wait for it to the end of the session, because I'm pretty sure Marc will solve the majority of your concerns during the pitch. So I truly appreciate everyone's attendance today, and I hope you will all enjoy and find this webinar very educative and enriching. Marc, please take it away. The stage is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ido. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining in today together with our friends from WBE. So, well, Ido has explained pretty much what Hotelmize is about. So I'm going to focus on explaining to you what we can do for you. I'm going to focus on our main product, which is our big data post-booking optimization solution, which is the product that we have fully developed with WBE for more than a year. And in fact, we have many WBE clients working with us already. So let me share my screen. Okay. So as Ido said, we are by far the #1 repricing solution for the travel industry. We currently have more than 100 clients in 30 different countries. from OTAs, wholesalers, bed banks, DMCs, tour operators, travel agencies, any hotel resellers. A hotel reseller is a valid candidate to work with us. We have won multiple awards for company tech and innovation. At least 4 out of the 10 biggest hotel booking companies worldwide work already with Hotelmize. We are operating worldwide. Our head office is in Tel Aviv, but we have offices in Florida, Buenos Aires, London, Mallorca, and India, and hopefully soon in Hong Kong as well. So 6 years ago or so, we saw that there was a massive opportunity in the travel industry, which was that no one was focusing on the post-booking stage of the booking, right? So all travel companies, in order to increase sales, they were doing mostly the same things, which are either having more direct contracts, either integrating more third-party suppliers, and using the same revenue management tools and techniques. But no one was focusing on the post-booking stage. And we realized that since the booking is created until the check-in day or last day of free cancellation, this room still goes up and down in price up to 30 times and 18 on average, right? So we developed our post-booking optimization solution based on this opportunity, right? So for example, as we know, hotel rooms fluctuate all the time. And as I said, even after the booking has been created, right? So how does Hotelmize work? So on a daily basis, we're going to be monitoring all your bookings, right? So we're going to try to find exactly the same room at a cheaper rate, either with the original supplier or with a new supplier, but always within your list of existing suppliers, right? So let's say today we have a new booking of $1,000 net rate, right? So from today, we're going to start monitoring every day. So after a couple of days, we see that goes up. After 2 weeks, we find it at 725. However, we don't reshop it yet because we know that this room will go cheaper than that. So we wait and we keep monitoring, right? So after 3 weeks, let's say we find it at $600. So now is the right time to reshop, right? So we're going to be making, on a fully automated way, a new booking, canceling the original booking. So only in this case, we will be generating an extra $400 extra profit, right, on an existing booking. So the process is pretty simple. The integration is 100% done with wbe for more than a year. So on a daily basis, we're going to be importing all your new bookings. So as I said, we're going to be monitoring every day until we match, predict that it won't go cheaper than this, and then we start with the rebooking process, right? Our experience in numbers. As I said, we are by far the #1 repricing solution in the travel industry. Actually, we invented. So far, we have optimized more than $1 billion in bookings. We have generated more than 127 million extra profit for our existing clients. We have optimized more than 1.52 million bookings. And on average, we get an extra profit of 11.8% for every booking that we rebook, right? But how do we do this? Where is all our magic coming from? So basically, data, right? Because we've been doing this for many years and working with some of the biggest travel companies worldwide, we've been able to gather a lot of data and build our solution. Right. So our solution is based on 2 different algorithms. The first one is our room mapping and matching, right? So as you might know, you may have 5, 10, 20, 50 suppliers, and every supplier has a slightly different name for exactly the same room, right? So every travel company is struggling with room mapping, isn't it? So sometimes you might be selling what you think is your cheapest room, but it's not, because there might be another supplier with the same room with a slightly different name. So just because you didn't realize it's exactly the same room, you are not showing up this room, right? So by applying our algorithm, in 40% of the cases when we do a rebooking, it's because our room mapping and matching solution, right? And our second algorithm is our rate prediction, right? So based on the example that I said at the beginning, our system can predict when and what is the cheapest price that this room will get, right? So the example that I said before, the original booking is $1,000 net. After 1 week, we find it at $750. However, we don't rebook it yet because we know that this room will go cheaper than this. So we wait and we keep monitoring. When we find it at 600, the system says, look, this is the cheapest that this room will get. So it's when we start with the rebooking process, right? And then regulation. The system is fully customizable, right? You can set as many filters, blockages as you want. You can say, for example, from October on, I don't want you to rebook from this supplier because I need to reach an override agreement. So I want to focus on them. Or I don't want you to rebook from my direct contracts to a third party. Or I don't want you to rebook this hotel in particular for whatever reason. So you can put as many filters as you want, right? Metrics, our performance. As I said before, on average, we get an extra 11.8 margin extra for every booking that we rebook. In terms of money, we get an extra $78 for every booking that we rebook. That means that sometimes we'll get an extra 300 or even 6,000, like Radu said in his example, which is crazy. I would love to see that booking. It might be, I don't know, in a Las Vegas resort, or these crazy bookings that you see sometimes. So on average it's 78. Sometimes it's gonna be 30, sometimes it's gonna be 30. There is a minimum, so if it's just $2 or $3 difference, we're not gonna do the rebooking. So there is a minimum by default, right? So on average, we're gonna be able to rebook 8.50% of your refundable bookings, right? So that means that for every 100 bookings that you have, we might be able to rebook 8 of them, or a little bit over 8 of them, right? So if we spread out all the extra revenue that we generate for you within all your bookings, the one that we rebook and the ones that we don't rebook, you could be making an extra $6.3 for every booking, right? So bottom line, we can add an almost 1% to your yearly turnover, 0.96, right? This is real data. This is coming from our existing clients. So we are not making this up. This is real data, right? Of course, some clients are going to make 1%. Some clients are going to make 80%. It depends on many factors: the type of product that you sell, your booking window, the suppliers you have, and so on, right? But this is average from more than 100 clients that we currently have, right? So our business model is success-based model, so it's completely free to work with Hotelmize, right? So what we do, we share the extra revenue that we generate, right? So we share 50% for each. So for example, on those $400 extra that we did in the example, we will be sharing 200 for our clients, 200 for us, right? So, and we only get paid for the bookings that are fulfilled, the ones that are checked in and checked out, right? So because we might be doing 100 rebookings, and in the end, 20 of them get canceled by the client. That's fine. We've done our work, but the client decided to cancel. So we're not going to get paid for those bookings. That's fine, right? Only for the bookings that has been checked in and checked out. So every month for the previous month checkouts, we will be sending you an invoice and you will be paying our share to us, right? So this is just a list of our top 50 destinations on extra profit. As you can imagine, typical suspects, as Radu said, Las Vegas, San Francisco, Phuket, Munich, Rio de Janeiro. So it's a good mix. You know, you have like a city destination, sun and beach destination, big cities, smaller cities, is a good mix, right? So back on our room mapping and matching, in order for us to find exactly the same room at a cheaper rate, we check up to 20 different data points, right? We check, of course, room name, room type, check-in date, checkout date, cancellation policy, special remarks, and so on. Because we are only going to do the rebook if we are 100% sure that it's exactly the same room, right? However, we can also offer you asymmetrical room mapping and matching, only if the client wants, right? This means that in many cases, we find not only the same room at a cheaper rate, sometimes we find a better room at a cheaper rate. So you could be getting extra revenue and giving free upgrades to your clients. For example, in this case in particular, in the asymmetrical room matching, the original room is a deluxe with queen bed, extra bed, and the cancellation deadline is 2 days prior. The repriced room is a deluxe, queen bed, extra bed, plus balcony, plus bath, and with a better cancellation deadline. So you will be getting some extras for your client, like a balcony, a bath, and getting a better cancellation deadline. All right. This is part of our new products that we've been working in the last year. Hopefully, this will be available in the near future also with wbe. This is more oriented to B2C customers, like our watch price, special refundable, and so on. So correct me if I'm wrong, Radu, but I don't think we should be introducing this product so far. What do you think?
I don't know about it, Marc. So if it's not something that will affect people, you can just mention it, I would say.
Yeah. So just a quick introduction, right? So we have developed new B2C products, like a special refundable rate. So nowadays we have a refundable rate and a non-refundable rate. The refundable rate is $120. The non-refundable is 100, right? So we have created a rate in between for 110, which is a special refundable. So you can refund under certain circumstances. COVID, a family member passes away, accident. There's a set list of things, right? The good thing about this is that the client can claim a refund up to 60 days after checkout. So even if it's a no-show, they can claim for a refund, and the refund will be claimed to us directly, not to you as a travel company. But we can talk about this product later on in case anyone is interested. Also, watch price, price of protection. So if there's anyone selling B2C, we would love to hear from you. So we will give you further details about this new product that we have. And also, as Radu mentioned, very soon, Hotelmize is going to be also available as a supplier on wbe, which you can use for rebooking purposes or just as a standard supplier, where we get some of the best rooms in the travel industry from our customers. But again, for this, we will have to wait. Hopefully, not long. So, thank you very much, guys. I might show you now the dashboard, because this is something very important. So, for those of you that work with wbe, you might have a wbe dashboard, but that's different. So, on the Hotelmize side, you're gonna have a dashboard where you will be able to see every time what's going on, right? All the rebookings we are doing for you, all the extra revenue you are generating, and so on, right? So let me see. So do you see the dashboard now?
No, it's just sharing the.
I need to stop sharing and share again. Okay, give me a second.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm going to share the dashboard. Okay. So this is the dashboard where you will have access anytime, right? So here you can come and filter all rebookings, successful booking, past arrivals, future arrivals, cancel bookings, rebooking errors, and so on. Right. Well, talking about errors, if in the process of rebooking we encounter any error, like for example, the new supplier is sending a timeout or something, there is always time to roll back everything and keep it as it is, you know. So that we try not to commit errors, and the percentage of errors is 0.00, is very, very minimal, right? So let's filter all rebookings. You can do by check-in, by rebooking date, or by checkout. Let's do by rebooking to see how much we've been rebooking every month. Let's do a couple of months. Let's do the whole of 2022. Okay, so here we have the data. You can filter it by week, by month, by day. Let's do by month, which visually it will be better. So here we can see every month how much money we've done for this client, right? So we can see that, for example, in the month of May, the net revenue for the original bookings was $238,000. So we converted to 218,000. So that means that we got an extra revenue of more than 20,000 euros for this client only for the month of May, right? So for the whole year, we converted 3.63 million net turnover to 3.40 million.
No, cost tutto,
So we've generated for this client 235,000 euros, right? Then if you come here, you will be able to see booking by booking, right? So you want to know what's going on with every booking. So let's do again. Let's put just these days. So here you will have access booking by booking, right? So you will see the original price, the new cost, the extra revenue that you are making, right? And the state of the booking, whether it has been canceled, if it's okay, if this has been an error or something, right? So on every booking, you could press here, plus, and you will be able to see some information about the booking, right? Original offer, the rebooking offer, double type of room, and so on, and also the XML logs for every booking, right? You can always export this to CSV and any other type of files, right? So you can then work on it on your computer, right? And you have access to this anytime. You will have your own user and password to see how much you're making with us. And on top of this, you will have also we have our customer success team behind. So once you go live, we have our dedicated team, which is always in contact with you, trying to improve the integration, trying to get better results, and so on. So I don't know if I'm missing anything, but we're gonna have some Q&A now. So guys, feel free to ask anything you would like to know about Hotelmize and the integration we have with WB.
Hey Marc, while people are writing questions, so basically anyone can ask any question that they would like. Thanks, Marc, for taking us through what Hotelmize does. I think one sticky point, and what I've seen people actually ask about, even me, but also you, most probably, is the risk factor. Should I put my bookings of my customers in front of you? What happens if there is a different room booked, which happens, okay, in 0.005% of cases? Can you elaborate on that? Because a lot of people are afraid, and especially some of the WB customers that have what I would call large corporate customers that book 5 or 6 figure bookings. They are a bit anxious, for lack of a better term. They're a bit anxious in putting their bookings and canceling an initial booking. Can you explain a bit how do you guys protect the customer in this case? How do you go about that? Because I feel, at least from my discussions, this is what was the sticky point. And any other questions that people have, I would love to see it in the chat, and you can write it, and then Marc will go through it. But I would like to start with that because I think it's going to hit everybody's nerves.
Yeah, actually, every single client or potential client that we meet, they all have the same concerns at the beginning, right? So the first one is this: what happens if you rebook the wrong room? Well, first of all, as I said, we check more than 20 data points to make 100% sure that it's exactly the same room, right? And our algorithms are super reliable. We work with some of the biggest travel companies worldwide, right? But again, errors can happen, of course, even if it's 0.000 something, right? So if there's an error on our side, of course, we will be always covering anything, any charge or I mean, any compensation that the client might request. Of course, we are always so we always like to say that we are becoming your partners. We are not only selling you technology and that's it. We have a very strong team for after sales, right? So we like to keep our customers happy. So we have a very strong customer service behind. So of course, if there is any error that comes from our side, we're more than happy to cover, and we're not going to be arguing back and forth for a long time. You know, it's our mistake. We pay for it, no problem. But again, the percentage of errors is very minimal. Yeah.
Understand. And one more point, which I at least when we talked about the marketplace, I would call it. Ido was calling it the network. When you talk about rebooking with Hotelmize, can you give us some ideas? When will this go live with customers? Do they need to sign another agreement for that to go live? Give us an idea of how is it going to work? Will it be seamless? If I have a contract with Hotelmize, can I get access to the network? Will I need to sign an annex, or how does it work out?
Yeah, so basically, for WB clients, integration is done already, right? So it's just a matter of signing the agreement, and then you will be creating credentials for the client, and in a matter of 3-4 days, we should be able to go live, right? For non-WB clients, you can contact us, and we will be happy to discuss the terms. Right? We are not only integrated to WB, we are integrated to more than 20 booking platforms. Most of the booking platforms that you can find worldwide are already integrated to us, right? So if someone is working with a booking platform that is already integrated to us, it will be similar to WB, just signing the agreement, creating credentials, and so on. If someone has their own booking platform, then they will have to do a direct integration to us. But the good thing is that most of the integration is done by us, not by themselves, you know. So in a matter of 3-4 weeks, we could be ready to go live, right? You mentioned about signing an annex or something. I guess
no,
you meant about.
I mean about just to let's say explain it a bit more. Part of my presentation, and we talked about with Ido. With Hotelmize becoming a supplier for customers, a supplier as a travel company. This is what I was saying about for an existing customer of WB or for any platform, if they are using Hotelmize now, how and when can they use the Hotelmize benefits for Hotelmize being a supplier for rebookings in their platform to get cheaper rates? How will this work?
So first of all, we will need to wait until you finish the integration. But once the integration is done, it's just a matter of contacting us, right? So we will put you in contact with our person in charge for our networking. We have a person dedicated to it. So it's just a matter of sending you an agreement. You'll be reading the agreement, signing the agreement. And again, everything will be done through WB, you know. So once the integration is done, it will be a matter of switching on a new supplier, you know. So it wouldn't take, it shouldn't take long,
Okay, so switching on Hotelmize with the rebookings will be like switching on literally any other supplier.
Yeah, once we finish the integration,
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
From my side, those are the pesky questions. Let's see if we can find some even harder than mine. So if someone has any tough questions for Marc, I would like to invite them to step forward. I think writing in the chat would be the, let's see, question. Let's see if it appears.
Yeah, Radu, we see it.
Perfect. If anyone has any tough questions for Marc regarding how Hotelmize works, what's the safety of the solution?
Even if they are not tough, they can ask questions as well. Not only tough.
Okay.
I'm joking. Yeah.
Yeah, for us to be honest, while people are thinking about it, for us,
I have a question.
Please.
Yeah.
So I just like to understand a bit about the framework and the you're using behind this.
Yeah. You mean
Is it built on Microsoft? Is it built on what framework are you built? Have you built all this? I'm just talking from a security point of view.
yeah, as far as I know, it's Microsoft, isn't it, Ido?
Yes, everything is backed by Microsoft Azure.
Yeah,
It is cloud-based and basically also Google Chrome's supportive. So all security measures are in place. And I think Marc mentioned it during his pitch that everything we do regarding your bookings, regarding your system, obviously built on WB's technology, but everything is done inside your system with your connected suppliers, meaning that besides the networking that was mentioned earlier, we are only working with your ecosystem of suppliers and bookings that you have internally. So Hotelmize is not an aggregator. We don't get our own outside content. Now we are as a supplier, just like Radu mentioned, but at the initial process of the rebooking, we are just optimizing your existing traffic with the existing network of suppliers that you already have connected with your booking engine. So that's number one. And number two, yes, safety-wise, we're using Microsoft Azure, and we're always up to date with their security configurations.
Okay, so if I understand,
it's a .NET probably structure, Niels.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, my second question. So this is optimization for B2B, right?
I mean, any hotel reseller. So as long as you are selling hotel rooms via XML and you have more than 2 suppliers, you can work with us. Whether you are an OTA, tour operator, travel agency, wholesaler, bed bank, EMC.
What was the, sorry, I didn't understand the business model. What was your business model again?
Yeah, so we work on a success-based model, right?
Yep.
So to work with us, there's no cost to integrate with us. So once we go live, we're going to be splitting the extra revenue that we generate with you, 50% for each, right? So the example that I said in the presentation, the original booking was 1,000, then we converted to a booking of 600. So in that case, we are generating an extra profit of $400 or euros, whatever. So we will be splitting those 450% for each, right? That on a monthly basis for the previous checkout bookings. So basically, we will be sending you a statement. You will check that everything is okay, or you will say, no, these 2 bookings were canceled, finally, whatever. Then we will create an invoice to you, and you will pay to us our share on the previous month checkout bookings.
Okay, thanks for clarification, Marc.
My pleasure.
Okay, we have a question also from the chat from Deepak. So Deepak, hello, and thank you for participating. You're mentioning that you have an incentive with one of your suppliers. Then how this rebook will work? Because if we rebook, then we lose our incentive. Well, this process works both ways, because as Marc mentioned about the flexibility of the solution and the fact that we always aim to keep your business interests in line, then yes, we can take a booking that was originated by one of your suppliers that has an incentive, but we can also direct other suppliers or other bookings to be created to the supplier that you're getting benefits from and the incentives from. So if you're, for example, have a certain quota or a sales target regarding that specific supplier, we can, of course, by your advice, to direct those bookings into those suppliers. Or, as Marc again mentioned, you can block a certain supplier by saying, no, I don't want Hotelmize to touch any of those supplier X bookings, so we won't even reshop them. I hope I'm clear, and if not, please write down or please speak so we can expand our
Yes.
reply.
So basically, you're going to be moving bookings from one supplier to another one, from X to Y, but you will be also moving bookings from Y to X. So in the end, there won't be big changes. And again, if, for example, you say, look, I need to reach this override agreement with this particular supplier, and in October you see that you are not getting there, you can say, okay, let's block this this supplier from October on, so we don't do any rebookings for this supplier.
Okay, another questions are rising. Peter, I already answered in the chat. The new solutions would be promoted and published in the upcoming quarter. And regarding the second question by Deepak is that most of hotels are rejecting their bookings, or I assume rebookings this day. How can I control? Well, this is something that is not new to Hotelmize. We have already gathered a lot of information about hotels, mainly focusing on the UAE region, that are preventing the rebookings, or let's say penaltying companies that are switching their bookings. All of this information is coming inside the bookings once we import them to our site. Those are things that are listed in the remarks section or in the extra info section. So if we see some of those hotels that are raising sort of resistance to the process, we immediately contacting you as our client, and of course, if necessary, we block the certain hotel from not reshopping its bookings. So everything is manageable, everything is configurable, and of course, we won't make mistakes like rebooking to a certain hotel that is preventing rebooking, because Hotelmize is a solution that is working behind the scenes, and we're working on your behalf, so we don't want to make you look bad. So obviously, we're going to make sure that everything is intact, and we'll keep the companies safe from those types of things. Immediate bookings which are not under cancellations. Okay, so again, like Marc said, every booking that we taken into consideration in this discussion are refundable bookings. Now, assuming that a certain reservation was imported to our system and has a very close cancellation deadline, we would either take advantage of the small window that we have in order to create a profit, or if we can't find anything that is eligible to rebook, or it's a non-refundable booking, we will of course won't replace it. Okay, we are not going to be finding breaches to do something that is forbidden. Okay, so if you have a very close check-in date, our system is already configured to take a step back to not exceed the cancellation deadline. Okay, and also to and if those are non-refundable bookings, that there would be out from the rebooking process right at the beginning. I hope that's that sums it up. Questions, anyone? I think.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think Deepak had the toughest questions for us, and Ido helped us out. But yeah, thank you for today. Yeah, so I think we can wrap it up. Can you please, Ido, can you tell everyone about what we said that we are going to offer up, please?
Okay, I will. First of all, just to conclude, Hotelmize is delivering a very safe, manageable, and above all, a transparent solution to all of our clients, meaning that, like Marc showed you in his presentation and the dashboard, everything is super transparent and is being reflected to you so you could see our performance. And of course, we're always in communication with each and every one of our clients just to make sure everything works according to the client's perspectives and desires. We would like to make sure that you're getting a very high satisfaction from the product. And of course, we're always in communication with the technology partners that we're working with to make sure they are delivering the value that everyone wants to have for their clients, either by Hotelmize side or either by WBE side. Regarding the promotion, we're going out on a very special promotion for the month of March only. We're talking about WBE clients and also the ones that are not using WBE. We recommend to use the WBE technology and on board with the technology of WBE and our solution, of course. But for any client that will sign in the upcoming month of March, and that special offer will end at the end of March, will receive 3 months of actually free service. What does that mean? Hotelmize also doesn't have an initial investment, but every technology company basically offers like a monthly maintenance or some sort of a license. In this case, you will get 3 months for free, no initial investments, meaning 100% profit for everything that we do, meaning that you're getting 100% of every replacement, and only after those 3 months, we will start deducting our cut from the revenue share model. And as Marc said, again, we're talking about a fully success-based win-win model, which means that we're only charging for the bookings that were fulfilled by the end consumer at the hotel. So if we're given an example, if we booked 2,000 reservations, we reshopped 2,000 reservations, but only 1,000 of them were actually checked in, we will only charge and accumulate the ones that were checked in the hotel. So this is the fairest operation that could be towards you as clients. Let's see, last questions from Dennis. How do you take care of losses in the case of where a hotel may drastically close down without warning and your bookings are held up with them? First of all, I think refundable bookings are still going to be refundable, meaning that I'm sure that the end consumer will realize that the hotel has been closed and will ask for his money back. We always work within the boundaries of the free cancellation. So if the hotel closes, I'm sure he will refund every one of his end consumer, regardless of what we did in the back. I don't think that's quite relevant to our solution. I think it's basically customer service that the hotel needs to, advise his clients that they won't be able to fulfill their bookings. Radu, Marc, would you like to add?
I do, to be honest, a lot of people are working for what we call non-refundable or last-minute bookings. So a lot of the questions are linked to that. Because Hotelmize does not touch those bookings unless we talk about the special refundable with the sort of insurance style of product. If we talk about a normal refundable booking, you can cancel it with one click in the WBE system if you want, or the WBE system will cancel it before the cancellation deadline and will send you automatic emails telling you that it's canceling it. So to be honest, even if the hotel is burning down or is hope God that doesn't happen, but something bad can happen to a property as we have seen, you don't have any exposure because we are only talking about bookings that have a flexible cancellation policy. If someone is trying to book non-refundable, even for a check-in in December this year, Hotelmize will not touch that booking. Obviously, it's the special refundable policy, but as a rule, since it applies only to refundable bookings, you don't have any risk. It applies only to what Hotelmize can rebook without trouble. Ido, and I was talking with Ido a couple of weeks ago, they have an algorithm where they flag hotels that start to have a trouble and hotels that, and imagine that you are not rebooking with WBE's customer base, or you're not using only WBE's info. You're gathering info from millions of rebookings and millions of bookings that Hotelmize is checking. So they have access far faster than just WBE. This is why we want to use their network. They have access instantly whenever a hotel has one incident of having a rebooking and not being happy, they can flag it instantly. If a hotel no longer exists physically on the ground, I don't think it's a problem because you can cancel the booking with one click. Nothing will happen. But for a special case, the real trouble is a hotel getting crazy about a particular booking, and Hotelmize will know even before us, because that's the beauty of big data. When you have so many when you scour tens of millions of bookings, if not hundreds of millions, just to rebook 1 million or 2 million within a certain period, definitely you have a lot of data at your hands. And this is actually the benefit of using a large solution like Hotelmize. Basically, you can leverage other people's bookings into your own profit. So the goal of the solution is for you to not do anything and put a couple of tens of thousands, or let's say around 1%, as Marc was showing, to your TTV. That's the whole purpose. It's very risk adverse, Hotelmize. If it would be very risk embracing, it would rebook everything and try to do things that are not refundable. But it's not the case. It only rebooks what you can cancel with a click without any penalties. That's why it's quite safe, to be honest. That's it.
Thank you, Radu. Thank you, Radu. Just to give a quick clarification, we are importing and monitoring more than 2 million hotel reservations every day. So the system already knows how to flag, as Radu said, flag some things that seems suspicious. Then we have a dedicated operation team that will analyze those flags to see if they are creating some sort of risk, and then handle it forward to see whether we should block those hotels or not, and of course communicating with the end consumer, with the client, of course, just to see that everything aligns. We have another question by Jacob, and this will probably be the last question, as we need to wrap this up. Will the end user ever know or realize that the rebooking took place if they are not upgraded? And if upgraded, how is this presented? And of course, thank you for the seminar. Thank you, Jacob, for being here today. First of all, this solution is working entirely behind the scenes, meaning that the end consumer, which actually checks in the hotel, is not aware of the process. You are not changing vouchers. You're not letting him know that this rebooking was created. Eventually, when the guest is checking the hotel, he checks in with his passport, the receptionist finds his reservation, and that's it. If he's being upgraded, he will know about this once he checks in, which is great, because then everybody wins. You get a well satisfied end consumer. You get to keep your profits. We get to keep our profits. Everybody is pleased. And if it's not upgraded, then the same situation occurs. They check in. It works 99.9% of the times. We have, I mean, I can really count on my hand the amount of times that the guest couldn't check in because the voucher has changed or something like that, because eventually there are names, there are passports in the receptionist's hotel system. So we don't encounter these types of issues. And above all, everything stays internal within the triangle of Hotelmize, WBE, and the and the client that we're working with. The end consumer is not getting a new notification about, hey, your reservation has been changed, because otherwise he will also ask, for some of his money back. This is something that we're not doing. Everyone, thank you very much. Yeah, Radu, sorry.
I just want to leave it from our point of view. I just want to say something from our point of view, and also to say that from WBE side, as Ido said, you have 3 months of full optimization profit. From WBE side, you have 3 months without any monthly fees for the Hotelmize connection, because we have to mirror what our partners are giving. This is number one. Number two, if you're talking about a travel agency, I want to double confirm it, because it's on our side, so it's something very close to our heart. If you are a wholesaler and you're working with travel agents, I can confirm exactly what Ido said. Nobody will know that the booking was changed. So obviously you have 2 scenarios. When you change a booking for a customer, let's say Marc Truyols is traveling and he wants 6 nights instead of 5, moment in which WBE system sends all of the notifications to everyone once we have properly moved Marc's booking. But if we talk about a rebooking, a huge chunk of our development with Hotelmize was to stop these notifications, so it's seamless for the customer. The customer booked now, the check-in is in December 2023, and actually he will never get any email about that booking, but we can rebook it even multiple times in the back. Okay, that's the whole that's the whole idea. So while a normal change does trigger a chain of events of notifications, Hotelmize and WB have bespokely done it. So when you have a rebooking, only the wholesaler or only the Hotelmize customer knows. All the people underneath, let's say travel agent, let's say a sub-travel agent, let's say the direct consumer, have absolutely no clue. Thanks everyone for joining. I'll leave Ido for the closing remarks.
Just the final touch of this webinar for everyone here that was joining. If you're planning to visit the ITB Berlin exhibition right next week, both Hotelmize and WBE will be there. So please, if you want, contact us personally to see which one we could meet and when. Of course, Marc will be there. Some of the other Hotelmize sales team will be there as well. Again, I would like to appreciate everyone's time for being out here today, and we really hope this was enriching and interesting for everyone. Thank you so much. And of course, if everyone wants to receive a recording of this webinar, they can ask on demand to the WB or the Hotelmize team. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of the day. We appreciate everyone. Bye-bye.
Thanks everyone, and see everyone in Berlin, because literally all of our customers are coming. So we'll be happy to see everyone in Berlin. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.